I told you this yesterday, one of the last times. There you go.
They're lying to me now. They've been lying to me my whole life. Welcome to the Eustace Cedar Show. It's Monday night, live.
Monday night
from Las Vegas. Apologize for the last transmission. Yeah. I had little gain on my second channel, and it didn't work out so well for the show.
Producer Gilbo, producer. Hey, you know what? Thanks for owning it, bro. Thanks for owning it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything that goes wrong with the transmission, it's not my fault. All I do is get up here and talk a lot of shit. And, Gilbo makes it all look good. But you know what? He's doing a pretty friggin' good job. So we're going to go with it right now. And yes, FinFan is in the hizzy.
Welcome, FinFan.
Yeah, we're ready to rock.
Thanks for reaching out, FinFan. Jeffy, and letting him know.
Yeah, man. I didn't let he was here. I think it was just luck of the draw. He saw us go live.
1 minute and he saw it and boom, in the house.
He was in. And you know what? I think it's going to be easier to accommodate our friends like Finn because we decided we're going to go with Mondays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, by hook or by crook. We're doing this shit, and then we're going to pick up whatever we can do on the weekends. Right, Gilbo?
That's right. I'm up for that.
And then, you might see some solo stuff from me if I ever figure out the twiddling of the buttons and all that crap, make it work on a Mac. I got in the shed here, in my beautiful shed. I do have a PC that I used to stream on Twitch with the band. We were doing live band streams for a little while, me and my buddy Matt. And I've got the technology right behind me, bro.
Nice. I don't know if it's me or you,
but
I'm
the time.
I'm getting you're freezing on me a couple times. So let me see if I can.
Crud. Dude, hold on a second, man.
Let me see if I can fix it. Let me see if I can fix it from here. I'm gonna do a reset.
I already got it.
You already fixed it?
I might disappear for a minute because I gotta go to my other Wi-Fi.
I clicked refresh on your cam just to see if that did it. No, maybe not. Yeah, maybe you got to switch to the other Wi-Fi. All right, so we'll just go to me alone for a second. Hey, I don't mind holding down the fort while we're waiting on Jeffy to get on the right channel. Welcome. It's Monday night. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. I totally totally enjoy the win that we're experiencing right now. I'm hoping we can get through these next 4 or 5 weeks and get to the inauguration without too much fuckery. All right, Jeffy, I see you, but I don't hear you yet.
Uh-oh, hold on a second.
Oh yeah, now I hear you.
There he is. And I'm back. Thought you could get rid of me.
What's that shirt you're wearing? What shirt are you wearing tonight?
Today I've got a little homage to Louder with Crowder. And
nice. It's the dunce shirt.
It's Che Guevara wearing a dunce hat because, well, I think it speaks for itself. Anyway, that's what I've got on.
Nice.
I seem a little choppy on my end, but I think that's just the feed. I think we're good. I'm looking at the live stream, and I think we're pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
We got 9 people in the house right now. Please identify yourselves other than FinFan. We know FinFan's out there. And if you are out there paying attention, hit that like button. Hit the like button, share it, do what you got to do, man, because we're trying to build this thing. We're going to be here every Monday and every Thursday.
Every Monday, every Thursday, 5
every
p.m.
Monday and Thursday. Pacific. That's 8 p.m. Or thereabouts.
I guess I'm on Pacific time.
We're on Pacific time.
We're on Pacific time.
We're in daylight savings time, which I certainly hope that the federal government gets rid of.
Yeah, I'm ready to get rid of it. I don't like it being dark so early. But
I mean,
I do enjoy the sunrises at 6:30 a.m.
Well, you know what, dude? I mean, so it would be 5:30 a.m. And when I'm up that early anyway, I get up. I'm an early riser.
Yes,
comes with my age. But yeah. Anyway, Gilbo, what in the world is happening right now? Hunter gets pardoned. Yeah. All the way back to 2014. All the way back. Whatever he's done, and we know he's done a lot. Take a look at that report from Marco Polo, and you will see that he is a total freaking, well, you know, he's just like a spoiled kid, right?
I don't even know if I can put this on the screen. It's so damn X-rated.
What's in the stack of stuff? We're just.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I mean, okay, if you know, this is not for children.
It's all right there, bro.
As a matter of fact, I'm streaming on YouTube. I better not. Better not.
Leave it up, bro.
Serious? Well,
I'll just pull that pardoned up for all of that.
I'll pull that up.
How many of those girls were underage?
I'll pull that up later in the show when we go to Rumble only.
Yeah, we're gonna get. I'll tell you, it's just
stricken.
I love all these people that were talking about how presidential Mr. Biden was and how, you know, nobody's above the law. And now it's like, but he's a father. It's such crap.
They can't say anything about Trump ever again.
No, and when he starts pardoning all those cats like you know, Enrique Tarrio and all those cats that got decades in prison for the insurrection that weren't even freaking there. Stuart Rhodes, well, he was there. Stuart Rhodes was trying to stop people from going into the Capitol. He's doing like 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Oath Keepers guy. Listen, man, it's all crap. And I mean, if anybody listen, I was watching Bannon today, and you know, the morning Mika stuff is just cringe, bro.
Oh yeah,
totally cringe.
I'll get to that. But let's start with this 4 minutes of fire. 4 minutes of fire from CNN.
Joe Biden is leaving office making the strongest possible case for Donald Trump that anybody could possibly make it, and that's that our government and our justice system is of, by, and for the elites and nobody else. He ran to banish Trumpism from our political system in this country, and he has left it politically and now institutionally the strongest possible political force in this country. It is a complete and utter failure by the head of the Democratic Party and the President of the United States. Never again do I want to hear, oh, Donald Trump's a liar. You can't believe anything he says. Donald Trump will abuse his power Donald Trump will only use the system to benefit himself and his family and so on and so forth. Never again. I have one question for Karen, and that is, why did he need an 11-year blanket pardon going back to 2014 when Joe Biden was the vice president? We are sitting on the biggest cover-up of who knows what crimes, and Joe Biden amazingly knows exactly, roughly, when it started. He knows just about when it all started.
Pause it for a second, Gil.
Yeah, because why?
I mean,
Why
because-
2014?
Yeah, well,
Is
no,
that
did
when
you
the
see
crime
chick?
started?
Did you see the chick who was like, oh, please, come on.
No, she rolls her
Hunter's
eyes.
just Hunter. He's just a crackhead. What are you gonna do? He's just a crackhead. He's just a crackhead, underage. Oh, dude. He likes to sleep with underage girls. So what? I think some of them are his family members. It's okay.
Like
That's okay.
father,
It's just-
like son.
It's
just
just
like
Hunter. It's okay. Why are you making such a big deal about it? Why are you making such a big deal about it? It's Hunter. It's okay. Yeah, I want to know. I was on X yesterday, and people were melting down about this thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, what kind of fuckery are they up to right now? This is a distraction, bro. I mean, it's like we knew it was going to happen. Everybody knew. Anybody with two functioning brain cells knew that Biden was going to pardon his son. I mean, it would be hard not to if I was in that position.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's your kid. I get it. I mean, don't lie. I mean, the sugarcoat, he's so presidential. It's just such a stark difference between him and Trump and blah, 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 blah. We all knew he was going to do it. They knew he was going to do it. They know that we knew that they knew, and all that other fucking bullshit that goes along with it. They knew they were going to do it. We knew it. What's going on? I heard that they just, what's his name? Sullivan just okayed a bunch of freaking arms to go to Ukraine today.
Yeah.
So there's something.
Yeah.
There's something that's not getting any airtime right now, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
come on. Do they think that we're this fucking stupid? Honestly, bro. What do you think, dude?
No. Well, yes, they do.
Well, yes, they do.
They think we're that
You
stupid.
saw Karen, appropriately named
said
Karen
no.
in that
I just
last clip.
answered.
Or was
Go
that
ahead.
clip done, bro? I didn't mean to stop it early. I mean, I just told you to. I asked you, to pause it, but that last clip with that CNN chick was like, oh, please, you're kidding me, right? I mean, come on. It's such a stark difference between Joe Biden and President Trump. If you want to call him a president, it's Trump. He's such a scumbag.
Right.
This shit pisses me off, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You got Jean-Pierre, Jean-Claude Van Damme up there. What's the fucking
So I've
name?
answered this question before. It was asked of me not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago,
this
and
one
I was
here.
very clear, and I said,
Yeah, what did she? Was this from today, bro? Was she talking about this
Hunter
shit
was
today?
indicted again.
This is her
in Los
over and over
Angeles.
again.
Why doesn't President Biden just pardon him?
All day long. All day
President, I've
long.
been very
He's
clear.
never
The
going to
president's not
pardon. I
gonna
mean,
pardon him.
he's
His
presidential. And he's got moral standing because he's Joe
for
Biden.
being sentenced
Yeah.
next month. Does the
Joe
president
Biden, come on.
have any?
It's just. I got nothing, man. I want to really curse. I want to cuss a lot. I really want to cuss a lot right now, Gil. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to lower. I can't do it. These people are just buffoons. That's the word. I'm going to use the word buffoon. I'm going to use the word buffoon like my boy Tucker would say. They are buffoons.
No,
And
I
we
think
all know
they're
it's
like
bull-
super smart. They're so smart, so intelligent. They know more than we do. Like, who are
They
we?
do know more than we do. But here's the thing. The thing that they're doing, they know the buffoonery that's going on. And then they just get on there and they lie. And you know what sucks is that people buy it. People buy it. And then they point at guys like Alex Jones and Steve Bannon and Dan Bongino as the radical guys, right? Such freaking skull.
Exactly.
Is skullduggery the word I'm looking for? I don't know, bro.
You're
It's
keeping it
annoying.
so tame. No tip
I'm
jar
so
tonight.
biting. I'm holding back, bro, because
No
these
swear
people are driving
jar.
me nuts. Listen, I'm drinking some really strong, like Cuban type coffee. I've been doing it all day. It's a little late, and I got to get up at like 4:00 in the morning tomorrow, but I don't care. This thing is pissed. This thing is just, and now they're talking. This whole thing came out about Pete Hegseth. There you go.
Oh, you want me to
Unpaid
go
plug
to that?
right there.
You want me to go to that Pete Hegseth one?
Nah,
There we go.
we'll get to that in a second. But that whole thing, I mean, I was listening to Bannon and Boyle talking about it today, and the mainstream media. They're not even they're not the go-to anymore. They're just not. Nobody's buying it. You know what I mean? No, I don't
did
know
you hear
anybody who's buying
Natalie Winters this afternoon? She's like, "So
I
what, you
haven't seen that
guys?
yet."
Go ahead and just keep talking about it and acting like it's no big deal. What because nobody's watching you."
Nobody's watching. Well, the few people that are watching are the blue hairs that are screaming on, dude. That meltdown that we did with the metal guy last week. Still, I'd love to just play that again because it's just that's what's happening, and and those are the people that are. It's just hilarious, man. The metal meltdown of the libtards. It's just hilarious. Anyway, trying to keep it clean because sometimes my mom tunes in and. She
This
thinks
is
we're on
for you,
TV,
Mama
which
V.
is funny. It's kind of funny. She's like, "Why do you cuss so much? You're on TV." Mom, it's the internet.
Thank goodness you got Mom to reel you back and reel you in once in a while.
Well, you know what? She may be watching, and I just don't want to offend Mama V. You've met Mama V, Gil.
Yes.
You haven't seen her in a while. You should come by.
I when I was chatting or texting you today, all of a sudden my phone popped up. I don't know, maybe I was looking at a video or something, and it popped up this video, and I was like, "That's a cool video. I should send that to Jeffy."
Oh, dude, yeah, and you did, and it was pretty cool.
It was from my perspective, a lot of me in it, but
hey, man, it was a selfie.
All right, so here's the new breaking news that came out today, and Bannon and Boyle they hit this one hard today.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
many warnings.
We got other breaking news last night from the New Yorker. More, I'd already heard that the Pete Hegseth nomination was in grave danger from my sources inside the Senate. Grave danger before.
Right.
A letter that dropped this weekend and before the whistleblower news that came out late last night from the New Yorker.
There was a real pattern being tracked out and fact-checked about his behavior. And now Penelope Hegseth, the mother of Trump's Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, told her son he should, quote, get some help, and accused him of abusing multiple women in a newly unearthed email from her back in 2018. The email was obtained by the New York Times from another person with ties to the family. In it, Penelope wrote in part, "You are an abuser of women. That is the ugly truth, and I have no respect for any man that belittles, lies, cheats, sleeps around, and uses women for his own power and ego." NBC News has not independently obtained the email. The message was sent in the midst of an acrimonious divorce from Hegseth's second wife, Samantha. Their marriage ended after Trump's choice to lead the Department of Defense impregnated a Fox News coworker with whom he was having an affair. In an interview with The Times on Friday, Penelope Hegseth defended her son, saying she disavowed those sentiments as well as apologized in a follow-up email. She told the paper, "It's not true. It has never been true," adding, "I know my son. He's a good father, husband." We'll read the full original email in a moment. Hegseth's lawyer declined to respond. Trump's transition team provided a statement saying it was shameful but not surprising that the New York Times is publishing a story about one out-of-context snippet. The entire purpose of this exercise is to malign Mr. Hegseth.
Perfect.
Did you hear
breaking news?
Read, though, that she did on Bannon played it today. He played the dramatic read.
Yeah, it comes next, but I was like, well, I don't know. We need to hear it.
Nah, I mean, dude,
listen, my mom didn't, and my dad, when I was going through my divorce, my dad was mad as hell at me. Like, matter of fact, he even sent the money to her and wouldn't send me any more money. He'd always send it to her. I was like, okay, pick your sides. But, his mom, Penelope sent an email the next day saying she was sorry.
That was the follow-up email. Wasn't like, she just sent that out because he's been the pick of the Trump administration to be the Secretary of Defense or anything like that. It was sent the next morning.
Right.
The next morning. And it's like Boyle was saying on the War Room, and if you haven't seen it yet, you should watch the morning episode of the War Room. He breaks it down. He's like, listen, man, it's kind of like a rule of thumb in the journalistic world that, when things are said in the heat of the moment, especially in the times of divorce and whatnot, you kind of take them with a grain, right? You take them with a grain, maybe 2 grains of salt. You know what I mean? They ran with this thing. Apparently the chick who wrote it, some kind of a freaking left-wing assassin of the right. And, look. Mike Davis seems to think Pete Hegseth's going to get the votes.
Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Come on.
They did the same, dude. They did the same thing to Kavanaugh, bro.
Yes.
Remember they were talking about all the fucking, rager parties and, the rape, the gangbangs that he was doing and all this other stuff. I mean, come on, man. Look at this fucking guy. You think he was doing a gangbang in high school or whatever? I don't know, man. Highly doubt it. But it was high school, man. It was like, I'm going to go old Joe Biden and say it was high school, man. It was, like Hunter.
But I really like what Bannon
had to say. He was all doing
that
stuff 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. But I like what Bannon had to say, because Bannon says, hey, this is a time where we got to stand up and we got to circle the wagons around Trump and around his picks and around like what he's trying to put together. He's got this vision. He's got an idea, and he wants to create something that's going to be able to make the changes possible so that we can restore America and make it great again. And people like Pete Hegseth are going to go in and get the job done. And yes, he's not perfect.
Nope.
Nobody is.
Kash Patel too, man. I mean, they're trying to lambaste him. It's like they were saying too, not that I want to just keep echoing, the War Room, man, but I mean, they're just going to try and pick these people off one at a time, man. It's going to be Pete Hegseth, and then, if they get him to step down and, whatever, I mean, look, they did it to they got to Matt Gaetz. Him and Trump had a conversation. He pulled out. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't see Pete Hegseth backing down. And I
sure hope he doesn't.
I sure hope he doesn't either. And I don't see Kash Patel backing down either, bro.
No, heck no.
No. They're afraid of Kash Patel. That's what this is all about. They are frightened because he's going to do what he said he was going to do. He's going to open up the Epstein list, the Diddy list. He's going to, give us complete transparency on the, Crossfire Hurricane crap. Maybe he'll let us. I hope he does. You know what I mean? He gets in there. I hope he just unleashes all of it. Let us just see it. What are you guys afraid of?
Well, Jake Sullivan's got something to say about it.
Oh, let's see.
Jake, let me ask you about the breaking news overnight. President-elect Trump announcing he wants to nominate Kash Patel for FBI director. The FBI obviously plays a major role in counterterrorism operations. What do you make of this pick?
Look, I'm not going to speak about the president-elect's nominees. The only thing that I can point out, Kristen, is that we, the Biden administration, adhered to the longstanding norm that FBI directors serve out their full terms, because the FBI director is a unique player in the American government system. They're appointed for 10-year terms, not terms just for the duration of a given president. The current FBI director, Chris Wray, was actually appointed by Donald Trump. Joe Biden didn't fire him. He relied upon him to execute his responsibilities as the director of the FBI and allowed him to serve out the fullness of his term over the course of the Biden administration. So that's how we approach things, and we would like to ensure that the FBI remains an independent institution insulated from politics.
That was a good one. That was good. Well, so how much more time does he have left? So he's probably got about 4 more years left. No. He went in there about halfway through Trump's term, right?
He's got between now and the 20th of January.
Well,
to lawyer up.
I'm pretty sure he's going to resign before.
Make sure your passport's current.
Yeah, I feel confident that Mr. Wray will be probably resigning before. Well, then again, I mean, if he does, then they were talking to. I was listening to somebody say, "Hey, listen, if he does that, he could he can appoint Kash Patel into that interim position, and it's going to take almost a year to get everything else to go down." So, see what. Listen, they're petrified of a guy like Kash Patel being in there. They're petrified. I want to download that movie. I'm going to buy the movie Government Gangsters and see what that's about. Him and Bannon, Bannon produced it. I want to see that.
I'm not sure if this refers to the same one, but here's some Devin Nunes.
Intelligence Committee. We just deal with the 17 intelligence agencies. We had, people that were very skilled in those areas, but we had no one that was really skilled at the Department of Justice. We got to have somebody who can bust down the doors at the FBI and DOJ, and we don't have that.
Kash Patel.
Kash Patel is Kashyap Patel, or Kash, as he's known in Washington.
Kash, I believe, brought a very different energy to that team. As Jack Langer says, who's the communications director, Jack said, it's a relatively sleepy committee. We barely spoke to the press. They're pretty easygoing. They're mellow, and here's Kash. I mean, he's an ethnic New Yorker from Queens, New York, Indian family who lived in Africa, and he just brought an entirely new energy to that team.
Kash was fundamental to gathering information and pushing this. He's got great instincts. This is a guy who really understands the players. Kash knows the intelligence community like I know the State Department.
When he came in to talk to me and started walking me through like some of the problems at DOJ, just kind of big picture problems. And almost on the spot, I said, "You want a job?"
I told Devin, I said, "Yeah, I'll take the job." But I was so upset at the lack of internal accountability at the DOJ and the FBI that I said, we have to, whatever we find, we're putting out. And I said, look, if we find something that's bad, we're putting it out. And he goes, deal.
That's a clip out of a movie. I'm not sure what that movie is. I'm going to click on
the Government Gangsters.
The plot is called The Plot Against the President.
Well, there is the Sean Stone, Oliver Stone's son, is put together. There's a documentary that he put together. It's called All the President's Men, and it has excuse me. It has individual. It's like 7 pieces of the puzzle. It's like 7 different episodes, and it's Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, Michael Flynn, Kash Patel, bunch of different guys throughout, and it does like a whole he's talking to all the president's men, that are around him, so they're talking about how they're trying to take down Trump. And it's all up on Tucker Carlson network, except for the Steve Bannon one, which I haven't seen that one yet. I've seen 6 of the 7, so I'd like to see the 7th one if he's got it up.
So this is
I had to clear my throat.
This was like a 26-minute interview, so I cut to somewhere around 20 minutes because there was something in there I liked with Kash Patel, and I guess it's on Truth Justice. Oh, nice. I better turn the volume up.
The 51 is just a very public facing version of it.
What are some of the other ways we could get rid of them in your book?
I think we've talked about like the bulk of the ones I want to do. Personnel. It's the one thing we haven't really discussed. Restocking. I don't consider it restocking. Everybody keeps talking about who's got the black book. You got to go in and fill 4,000 jobs. Why? Who the hell said you have to have 4,000 people come in with you? Why can't it be 1,000? No one's ever given me a good answer for that, except that's the way we do things. That's the way we do transitions. That's the way the deep state works. Okay, well, that's not really a good answer. And then with you decrease the amount of people in the cog, You've
What's the
preempted
cog? What's
just
cog
the
stand for?
wheel, you know,
Okay.
the whole like wheel of government. Instead of having 67 people that can say no and don't want to follow your lawful command, you just have a chain of command that goes from point to point, right? So I think you need way less people. You don't need this massive number. I think that is a fiction of the deep state. Not to mention, again, you save money. Then you need to do a whole bunch of things with personnel. For like instance, at FBI, you need to stock it with a director, deputy director, and the heads of the separate divisions. Same thing at CIA and DOD that are going to support. And the media, again, is distorting it already. Trump's going to install loyalists. Kash Patel's a Trump loyalist. What does that even mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the guy gives me a lawful chain of command authority, you want me to not execute it? That's unlawful if I violate it. He was the president. If he's the president again, the same thing, you know, should apply. So then we need to decrease what I call government creep with personnel. The FBI's footprint has gotten so freaking big. And the biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops. Go chase down murderers and rapists and drug dealers and violent offenders. What do you need 7,000 people there for? Same thing with DOJ. What are all these people doing here? Looking for their next government promotion, looking for their next fancy government title, looking for their parachute out of government. So while you're bringing in the right people, you also have to shrink government.
So massive government reform.
Dude, what was that from? Because, I mean, that sounds like, you know, Elon, the Doge. I mean, that's exactly what needs to happen, right? I mean, it's too big, bro. I mean, why would anybody, I mean, again, of course, I've got a biased opinion about the whole deal, but why has anybody got a problem with that? You know, you got 7,000 people in DC running around a building. Go out there and be cops. Why is that controversial? I mean, can somebody please explain to me why that is controversial? I don't think that they can.
No, I think he's gonna, like, this is such a great pick, and he so knows what he's gonna do. It's not like he's gonna go in there the first day and then close the door and go, oh, what the hell am I gonna do now?
Freaking Fin Fan. Kash does need to keep an eye on his car, man. He makes way too much. He does. I mean, he makes way too much sense. I mean, again, I just, somebody give me a logical explanation as to why he's wrong. I would love to hear it. I'm open to entertaining it.
Yeah. So here's a guy, Bill Haggerty. He's a senator. He's got an opinion about Kash.
I've encouraged President Trump to bring Kash Patel to the table for precisely this reason. Unlike Jake, I understand his resistance to talk about Kash, but I'm more than happy to talk about him. He represents the type of change that we need to see in the FBI. If you think about the failures of background checks that have taken place, how could we have somebody like Colin Kahl who tweeted out classified information? I went to the FBI myself. They ignored me. Basically, he was confirmed on a party line vote in the U.S. Senate with Kamala Harris breaking the tie to put this person that should not even have a security clearance in the third most powerful position at DOD. You've got Rob Malley. I don't know how he cleared an FBI check. He's now under investigation. His ties to the Iranian influence regime that worked with him and for him. Ariane Talatabi, who is still at the DOD, should never clear an FBI background check. This entire agency needs to be cleaned out. It's not doing its job. And if you look at what happened, the politicization that took place back in 2016, when senior leaders of the FBI collaborated and conspired to try to keep President Trump out of office. And then when he came into office, they put together this fake Russiagate investigation that hindered the Trump administration the first several years. Look at 2020. Look at what happened there with the fake Hunter Biden story that the FBI leadership worked together with big tech to censor the Hunter Biden laptop that allowed President Biden to basically fool the American public and come into office. There are serious problems at the FBI. The American public knows it. They expect to see sweeping change, and Kash Patel is just the type of person to do it.
That's right.
I would like to hear her response to that. Do you have that, or is that just a clip from him?
No, this is just a clip that cut her off.
Yeah. I mean, because I'd love to hear what her response. I would love, again, I'm all about, hey, You got something to say? Make it make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. Change my mind.
You can't do it. You can't. I mean, there's no. I mean, tell me why. Tell me. Make it make sense to me. Try to change. Change my mind. You know what I mean? It's like I don't see any reason that it's not more efficient and with less government employees, man.
Here's a clip of Steve Bannon and Kash Patel a year ago, December 5th, 2023.
Criminal prosecutions. Kash, I know you're probably going to be head of the CIA, but do you believe that you can deliver the goods on this in a pretty short order of the first couple of months so we can get rolling on prosecutions?
Yes, we got the bench for it, Bannon, and you know those guys. I'm not going to go out there and say their names right now so the radical left-wing media can terrorize them. But, excuse me, the one thing we learned in the Trump administration the first go-around is we got to put in all America patriots top to bottom. And we got them for law enforcement. We got them for intel collection. We got them for offensive operations. We got them for DOD, CIA, everywhere. And the one thing we will do that they never will do is we will follow the facts and the law and go to courts of law and correct these justices and lawyers who have been prosecuting these cases based on politics and actually issuing them as lawfare. We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes, we're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice. And Steve, this is why they hate us. This is why we're tyrannical. This is why we're dictators, because we're actually going to use the Constitution to prosecute them for crimes they said we have always been guilty of, but never have.
Yep. That was a year ago. So
yeah,
ready, set, go.
Yeah. Let's see what happens, man. I mean, I'm glad. Listen, CIA. Who'd he call for him? He called. Damn, my brain's not working right. Tennessee bans mandates and chemtrails. Look at that.
Yeah. So
Tennessee
Tennessee
did it here.
And Florida's trying to is working on getting it to happen there, and we got to have it happen in every state.
We got them. It's just got to be a national ban. I mean, there's a lot of countries that already done it. You know, FinFan, moving the Deep State Museum here and right next to the Mop Museum. They could just expand the Mop Museum, right?
Exactly.
And just call it the Mob Museum because just expand it and have a deep state wing. I mean,
just
they can do it, And it's a funny thing. I mean, Kash is a Vegas or a Nevada guy. I think he lives in Vegas. I'm not.
Yeah,
exactly
he
sure,
does.
But,
yeah, he's a Clark County guy.
Yeah, so he knows. He might have some hookups over there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what
Actually, I'm going to. Let's see. I think. Oh, I got to check my calendar. I'm going to an event this next week at the Mob Museum.
For who?
Well, the Las Vegas, or actually, I think it's my my broker. We're holding our
broker. Listen to Gilbo, my broker.
My broker. We're having our Christmas party at the Mob Museum this year, so I'm going to go down there.
What kind of broker, Gilbo?
Oh, my real estate broker.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm going to go down there and meet some more real estate agents and do a little bit.
You're going to do a little rubbing elbows with the real estate crowd.
Yeah, I may have to put on the shirt and tie and the jacket and all that good stuff. But
just push the frickin' podcast, bro. This is your future. You got mad production. You got mad production skills, brother.
I'm sure having fun messing around. Who was that? Is that Benny Johnson? That I stole this idea.
Whatever you stole, dude. I like what you got going on.
Right on.
Benny Johnson would appreciate the shout out.
Oh my gosh. Check out. I love this clip here. This is okay. So. We got a big fight gonna happen. It's Tom Homan has been appointed the border czar, and he's got a lot of work to do. And there's gonna be a lot of mayors and all these sanctuary cities, and everybody's got something to say about it. But Hillary Clinton had something to say about it back in 2008.
Oh.
So, I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone.
Okay.
If they've been working and are law-abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you have to wait in line.
Okay. Whoa. What happened?
What? That sounds
What
like some common sense.
Well, I think that Tom Holland would agree with that. You know, dude, it cracks me up, these mayors that are saying that they're not going to abide by all this stuff. It's like, you know what you're doing, you fucktards. You know what you're doing, right? Where you're not going to abide. Guess who's coming to town, dumbass? All of them. They're going to go to New York. Well, I think Eric Adams learned his lesson, but you know, you got the mayor of Boston. Oh no, we're not going to abide by those things. They're welcome here. Denver, San Francisco, all of California is just going to be overrun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like sanctuary state, California is. So good luck with that. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I think that you should start by the nonviolent ones. Send them to those sanctuary cities. Hey, listen, man, nonviolent, great. Listen, go get yourself a job in Boston. Denver's hiring. So is California. Wherever else, right? Chicago, or Illinois, I think. Also, Pritzker kind of said that he's gonna not abide by any kind of mass deportation. Great, you guys can have all these nonviolent people. I think that Hillary's 100. I 100% agree with Hillary. Hillary, right on. That we should make sure that all the Hillary fans out there hear that, bro. I mean, it's just like, listen, she's absolutely right. All the violent offenders, adios right now. Goodbye. Goodbye and good luck. The non-offensive one, non-violent, I mean, listen, let's just be honest, bro. Let's just be perfectly clear, right? Anybody who came into the country illegally broke the fucking law. Correct?
That's right.
Some of these people didn't break law. They all broke the fucking law.
Even the ones that were put on planes and flown in by our
They broke the law.
By the Biden regime.
So they were all guilty of breaking the American laws. Breaking American laws. So, listen, a lot of them were sold a bill of goods. There was a lot of bullshit. There was definitely a lot of bullshit being peddled to these people that, you know, I agree with them. When Bannon says it, I agree with the same thing, bro. I mean, it's listen, if I'm living in some kind of crazy way and I'm offered this, you know, golden ticket to America and I'm going to get in, I probably do the same thing. Can't blame the people for wanting to come over this way, but there's a process. And, you know, I mean, I would have to say that I agree with how they do it in certain countries where it's like, hey, listen, what do you bring into the country, bro? How are you going to add to our country? With what skill set are you bringing? What are you doing? You know, I mean, everybody's like, well, who's going to pick the, you know, the vegetables and all the, you know, who's going to do all that? You know, listen, man, there should be, you know, these people have been here for a long enough time. Have you seen Landman? There was this was kind of sort of discussed in there. They had a funny thing. It's just like, well, you should watch it if you haven't seen it. But
it's a movie or a show?
No, it's a show. It's on Paramount. The same guy who wrote Yellowstone. I don't know if you've been watching Yellowstone.
I haven't.
Really good.
I haven't seen it.
It's stupid. It's like, you know, it's crazy. I enjoy it. It's like a little escape for me to watch it. I dig it. Yeah, Hillary did look like a different person back then. And, you know, she was going up against Barack Obama, but she's 100% right. I mean, every one of these people that have come across the border, I mean, they're saying 8 to 10 million. I'd say it's way more than that. I mean, I think we all know it's way more than that. It's probably closer to 12 to 16 million that have come across in the last 4 years. You know what I mean? So 12, I mean, it's going to be a big job Holman's, you know, carving out for himself, man. I mean, a big job. So, I mean, I would say, you know, the first move is, okay, you nonviolent people, we're gonna escort you to Boston, Denver, California, Illinois, whoever else wants to play the game, and throw those 10 million people immediately into those areas. As you're welcome to. They're trying to work it out. We're going to go after the more hardcore people right now, and let the states deal with it. let the cities and the states that said they want to deal with it, and see how they feel about it at that point. You know what I mean? What do you think?
I'm thinking differently. Of course, get rid of the criminals. Well, actually, before I really unleash, for all those that are watching on X or on YouTube, we're going to be streaming on Rumble only. So come over to Rumble and check out the
Rumble
Houston Seabirds.
exclusively, is the word. Exclusively, and give us a follow.